We begin our look at sports with the Yankees back in the Bronx, but the name of the game still injuries for the Pinstripers. Pinstripers begin the homestand with the Oakland Athletics. CC Sabathia on the mound tonight, and his knee still giving him some trouble.
Threw a pitch, I don't know to who, and I think the third inning, and just felt a lot of pain. Yeah, it's frustrating for sure, especially, because I feel like I can still get outs and help the team. That's the hardest part is not being able to be out there, and then when I am out there, I'm not, performing. So it's frustrating.
Yeah, and I know he will. I know the guy's, battling through a lot, but, it's his last year, so he's going to do whatever it takes. And hopefully, we can get him back.
Meanwhile, Luke Voigt back from injury, while Aaron Hicks still working his way back.
All I know is today I got cleared to throw, so I should start throwing here pretty soon. I think there's just a little bit more things I got to do to prepare to get ready to throw, and then just start throwing. I think there was a day on like Monday or something like that is when I'll actually start throwing.
Injuries have certainly been the name of the game for the Pinstripers. No one has had more than them, and that remained the case as they kicked off the homestand. I expect CC to return before the postseason. Nonetheless, the machine keeps on rolling. The Yanks got back on track Wednesday night. Aaron Judge hit a go-ahead two-run homer to keep up his power resurgence. Gleyber Torres added his 34th home run, and the Bronx Bombers beat the Texas Rangers 4-1 to move 43 games over 500 for the first time since 2009. Hey, they won the World Series that year. We go inside the locker room for more.
It's just our team. We got depth. Even when guys get injured, guys get hurt, someone always steps up. And I think that's what's been so consistent about this team is just in this organization is we just got guys that keep filling holes. A couple days ago we had Mike Ford, rookie, pinch hit, walk-off homer. Mike Talkman, what he's been doing for us all year, defensively and offensively. And we can just go on and on, getting Cam Maven. It's just a lot of different guys that have stepped up in different roles, and I think that's what's kind of helped us become so consistent. Is guys come up here and they're hungry and they want to go out and play, and when you got 25 guys doing that every single night, it's going to usually go your way.
I think we pitch well and we also hit well here. I think our guys are comfortable here, and seems like we would put up a lot of runs here, and it makes the job a lot easier on the pitchers. So.
We love home. The fans, every time when we play in home, coming to support us. We feel great for that, and nothing better like home. Just we got more patience over there and try to compete every time when we're playing home.
Pinstripers had the off day Thursday. They open a weekend series in enemy territory. Yanks are in Boston tonight. Across town, the Mets are back in Queens to welcome Philadelphia. They too had the off day Thursday, but not before wrapping up their road series in Washington. Justin Wilson and the Mets bullpen held on this time. Rookie Pete Alonso hit his major league leading 45th home run, and New York bounced back from a brutal loss to stop the Washington Nationals 8-4 Wednesday. Pete Alonso blasted a no-doubter to left off Anibal Sanchez that broke a three-way tie atop the MLB leaderboard until Mike Trout hit his 45th. Alonso was knotted with Trout and Cody Bellinger at 44 jacks each. The last time there was a three-way tie atop the bomb board this late in the season was 1993. Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey Jr., and Juan Gonzalez. Cool nugget there. Mets fans, sorry, but I have to mention perhaps the worst loss of all time. That came Tuesday night in our nation's capital. Kurt Suzuki capped the largest ninth-inning comeback in Nationals history with a game-ending three-run homer, helping Washington score 7 runs. Yes, 7 runs in its final at-bat to beat the New York Mets 11-10 on Tuesday night. Oh, Edwin Diaz and that Mets bullpen, what a nightmare. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. U.S. Open action is really heating up. A rampaging Serena Williams moved to the brink of a record-equaling 24th Grand Slam title on Thursday's victory to book her spot in the U.S. Open final. Yes. Meanwhile, Rafa Nadal and a 5th final at Flushing Meadows, where the stage has been all but cleared for the Spaniard to claim a 19th Grand Slam title, is the story on the men's side. The NFL season kicked Thursday night. Can you believe that, Raina? I know you were glued to the TV watching Chicago and Green Bay. And what a defensive snooze fest it was. Packers 10, Bears 3 in the latest installment of their rivalry. Closer to home, the Jets open with Buffalo at MetLife Stadium on Sunday. That game gets rolling at 1 p.m. Our BronxNet cameras will have you covered for that one. Later in the day, the Giants get their season underway in Dallas, where the Cowboys have Zeke back and paid the star running back, and the boys welcome the G-men for a 4:25 p.m. kickoff. Giants fans will still be keeping an eye on OBJ, no doubt. The Cleveland Browns didn't list wide receiver Odell Beckham on Wednesday's injury report, and head coach Freddie Kitchens said that the wideout is ready to go for Sunday's game against Tennessee. But Beckham painted a less rosy picture about his condition on Thursday. Beckham spoke to reporters from the Browns facility and said that the hip injury he's been dealing with in recent weeks is something that prevents me from opening up and sprinting, that big blue hex. The Oakland Raiders plan to suspend wideout Antonio Brown after he got into it, quote unquote, with general manager Mike Mayock. Multiple outlets reported on Thursday. AB is a true reality star. In college football, Fordham started its season last Saturday in the BX, welcoming CCSU to Rose Hill. It was 23-all in the final seconds, and despite icing the kicker multiple times, a field goal sunk the Rams. Here's more.
Obviously a tough one. Credit to Central. Ryan and those guys did a great job. They played a good game. Quarterback played his tail off. Tough kid. Took some hits, made some big plays. Big throw there at the end. With the blitz coming. Credit the kid for making a big kick under pressure. Iced him twice, and I wish I hadn't because he missed the first one. But it is what it is. Proud of our guys, the way they fought back, rallied back. We just made too many mistakes early. Shorted up, played a better game in the second half, but it just wasn't enough.
Heartbreaker at Rose Hill. The U.S. Department of Education has imposed a record $4.5 million fine on Michigan State University for what it called a failure to protect students from sexual abuse and ordered the university to make changes. The Education Department had launched 2 separate investigations into the university after the former sports doctor for the school in U.S. gymnastics, Larry Nassar, was accused of sexual abuse by more than 350 women. On to some better news. The U.S. men's basketball team rebounded from near defeat to crush Japan by 53 points at the FIBA World Cup on Thursday. It routed Japan 98-45, 2 days after a 1-point overtime win over 17th-ranked Turkey. The U.S. won all 3 of its first-round group games to advance to a second round of group play. The 53-point margin of victory came just shy of the U.S. record margin of 59 points over Finland in 2014. The record is for the Dream Team era, since teams of NBA superstars started playing at major international tournaments in 1992. The U.S. led by as much as 62 late in the fourth quarter. Next up, Greece, led by NBA MVP, the Greek Freak. The Greeks finished second in their group behind Brazil. In golf, Dustin Johnson underwent arthroscopic surgery Thursday to repair cartilage damage in his left knee. In a statement released by his management team, Johnson is expected to make a full recovery after the routine surgery and will return to competition later this fall. This is the first mention of any health trouble this season for Johnson, who was a runner-up at the first 2 majors of the year, but since has struggled to find his form. He's gone 8 consecutive events without a top 15 finish, his longest slump in years, and last month he finished last in the 30-man tour championship, slipping to number 3 in the world rankings. In the Octagon, UFC 242 features a champion versus champion clash, with interim lightweight champ Dustin Poirier taking on world lightweight title holder Khabib Nurmagomedov in the main event. Poirier snapped Max Holloway's 13-fight win streak to earn the interim crown, and now he aims to dethrone Nurmagomedov, who is 27-0. Saturday night, it all goes down. And in Formula One, Ferrari's Charles Leclerc described his maiden F1 victory, the realization of a childhood dream, but one that he would find difficult to enjoy after the death of his friend Antoine Hubert. Having won with an admirable drive at the Belgian Grand Prix, Leclerc also acknowledged that racing would always include an element of danger that could not be removed. Leclerc beat Lewis Hamilton to victory, but the 21-year-old spoke of how difficult it had been after Hubert died in the wake of a crash in an F2 race on Saturday. Those are the headlines. More on Formula One in the C-List. Five-time world champion Lewis Hamilton believes the inherent danger and skill required to win in Formula One is sometimes underestimated. I agree, and I believe this goes for all of motorsport. It's a big part of what makes it so great. Hamilton is closing in on Michael Schumacher's record of 91 wins and 7 world championships and has won 4 of the last 5 driver titles. It is often assumed that Hamilton wins only because he has the fastest car in Formula One, but he believes the impact a driver has on a race is often underplayed. After the death of Antoine Hubert in a Formula 2 accident at the Belgian Grand Prix, Hamilton took to Instagram to post a tribute to the Frenchman. He added that the dangers of the sport are often not appreciated enough by fans and some people working F1, adding that Hubert was a hero for taking the risk he did to chase his dreams. F1 has the Italian Grand Prix this weekend. Rest in peace, Mr. Hubert. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C. Moore. Open back after this.